Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Welcome to the inaugural pilot episode of the Underachievers Podcast. My name is Jacoby, the Habitual Pixel. This is my friend, Big Nasty Productions. And what are we doing here today?
We're just gonna shoot the shit.
That's right. This is you may have seen our movie review podcasts and things that I did in the past. Movie fuckery, things like that. Some of my friends will remember. This is none of that. This is a podcast about absolutely nothing in particular, and we're just gonna shoot
podcast about nothing.
A podcast about nothing. We're the Seinfeld of podcasts, which is a totally unique concept, I know. But we're just going to riff the shit, go from topic to topic. But yeah, I suppose we should start by introducing ourselves. Why don't you tell them what you do, where your channel is located at?
You can go to my channel at youtube.com/BigNastyFilms. Also, you can find me on Twitter at BigNastyPBJ. I do original shorts, film review podcasts, and now our general bullshit podcast.
Yay, general bullshit. Sorry, I got something stuck in my eye. Anyways,
that's
fine. My name is Jacoby, aka the Habitual Pixel. You can find me at youtube.com/habitualpixels, I believe is my URL, I think. Link in the description as always. I do gaming, I do Let's Plays, I do movie reviews with Big Nasty here. I do all kinds of random shit. So yeah, give us a look and subscribe if you dig what we do. And if you got topics for us, questions, concerns, you want to call us gay, anything that you maybe on your little, anything that your heart desires, just put that right in the comments below, and we will read it. We see every single comment, I assure you. Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start the bullshittery?
I don't know, we could always talk about what superpower you'd have if you could possibly have a superpower.
Alright, well this is an interesting twist on the what superpower question that everyone's familiar with. You can have any superpower you want, but you must endure the horrible accident that goes along with it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Example being Batman sees his parents get killed in front of him,
What about Matt Murdock getting blinded by a toxic truck carrying toxic waste?
Yeah, exactly. Joker falling into a vat of whatever he fell into. Being an alien for Superman, for example. The list goes on.
That's not bad. That's probably the easiest way you could possibly go if you think about it. All that happened with him was that he was technically an orphan. He got raised since he was a baby, so he's essentially just an adopted kid.
Well, he's awfully fucking emotional in every goddamn Superman movie. Anyway, you get the idea. You can have any power you want, but you must endure the often terrible thing that goes along with getting the power. What would you pick?
Since we're gonna have to go with guys that are already
using established heroes, of course.
I think I'd go with Wolverine, a mutant born with the ability to heal, and then
right off the bat,
put through the tests and through the iron made with adamantium through my body. I'll take that. That's not that bad, especially since he can heal. It's really not that bad. Because technically, I don't have to take the memory loss, because that's not part of his powers, or his powers, really, so...
No, the memory loss doesn't have anything to do with his powers.
Exactly.
But, Wolverine had a hell of a coming of, age story, I guess. He got...
I'll go with the movie style.
Yeah, the movie style of Wolverine. He got blasted with a nuclear weapon, he... He's been, killed several times over, or like our equivalent of being killed. But he's the shit. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Wolverine would be awesome. I don't know. I think getting captured in the Middle East and tortured by terrorists, and then getting to become Iron Man. I think I'd be okay with that. A little starvation,
that's a little more excruciating though, because then you got to go through the torture, rather than. With Wolverine, you know what I mean? With Logan, you got that healing factor, so it's not really affecting you. Why don't you know what I mean? You take someone like Captain America, for instance. All he had to do was go in a little fucking chamber and take these injections with superpowers. There you go.
Well, he was frozen for a number of years as well.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. I'm just saying originally, that has nothing to do with how he got his power.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to be Iron Man. A little torture, waterboarding, maybe.
Spider-Man wouldn't be bad either. All you gotta do is take a spider bite.
No, that's just a simple
That's
bug bite.
not bad at all.
It'd be itchy for a little while, but
Yeah, exactly. Put some polysporin on it or something.
yeah, you're good to go the next day. You're clinging to walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still just want to be Iron Man. I think something like Superman would be an easy way out. Just like,
Yeah.
in the movies, like I said, he's a little bit of a whiny baby all the damn time.
I'm gonna go with the ones that are actually like kind of bad, which with Bruce Wayne. But I mean, at the same time, it's not like his parents are killed. He grew up in an orphanage. The guy was fucking loaded. So he grew up with a personal butler. Grew up like a rich young man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
had everything he wanted to. Then whatever. So I don't think he had it that bad either.
Still
Realistically,
saw
I think
his
some
parents.
villains have it worse than
Still
a lot of the
saw
heroes.
his parents murdered in front of him.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Supervillains often have a worse,
The Joker, I'd say, would have it worse. He was a normal dude beforehand.
Yeah, because that's usually has some reason to why they are supervillains is the accident that they went through. You want to be Jamie Foxx and just slip, slip into a fish tank full of eels that's just miraculously underneath the loose. Anyways, yeah, supervillain wise, I don't know.
Like even think about the comparison. Even
we'll
go movie wise, since you know more movie wise than comic book wise. We'll go with the comparison of even Captain America: Winter Soldier and the new Captain America film.
Winter Soldier.
If you think about it, Captain America.
He fell off a train, lost an arm.
Well, no, he was already being tortured in the prison, like in the holding camp or whatever. Remember Captain America invades it in the first movie?
Right, yeah.
And then breaks him out or whatever. He was already being fucked with there. That's what made him able to survive the fall. Then they found him. He somehow lost his arm in the fall, which I don't see how that makes any sense.
And went from being in the hands of the Russians to the hands of Hydra.
Yeah.
However that happened, who knows?
Yeah, we'll just skip over that shit.
What you mean. If we're talking the new Winter Soldier movie, yeah, I'd want to be him. He's pretty much like, I don't know, a video game.
Yeah, but when we're talking about like the shit that happens to them and how they get their powers, or what's worse to have, it's, you know what I mean? Obviously, he had it worse than Captain America.
Being Darth Vader would be awesome, but he goes through just the worst.
Yeah, see, that would suck.
He goes through just the worst pain in the world, losing, I think, all 4 limbs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'd rather be Luke. You only lose an arm.
Yeah, plus Padme being murdered, plus being lit on fire, breathing problems. Yeah, and he killed all those children.
Becoming asthmatic.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't want to be Darth Vader. No, not if I have to go through that. But villain, what? I don't know. What's another awesome villain?
I would say that, in my opinion, most of the, like, for instance, if you go Superman, obviously a lot of the villains are aliens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go Batman, you got Joker. He's obviously got a good backstory. The Riddler doesn't really seem to have a... Oh, Two-Face, there we go. Two-Face, so would you go through that?
But what's Two-Face's power, really, besides...
I guess he doesn't really have a power. You got a good point. He's just disfigured.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty clever.
He's criminally insane. How about that? There's your power.
Sure.
I guess Joker doesn't really have powers either, so that's a good point.
But the lore around Joker's so hyped up, everyone was like, oh, he can do anything because he's Joker.
That's a good point.
Of course he had, explosives in the bottom of that boat in the Dark Knight, and no one noticed because he's Joker. You can get it done.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought that through, did I? But yeah.
You could be Bane and get fucking tortured and just put serum in you and nah.
I wouldn't mind that, actually. That wouldn't be bad. All it is like you just get some serum put in them. Like, whoop-de-doo. You rock this shit around and then there you go.
True.
The only problem with if you're doing anybody from the X-Men, then you have to grow up with the constant prejudice against your kind because everyone needs mutants in that world, right? So
for some reason, yes.
Yeah.
See, if mutants were real, I don't know. I would embrace them.
Like the Fantastic Four, they went through these cosmic rays that changed their DNA and made them superpowered. Would you prefer something along that route, or would you prefer something along the route of, say, a horrible accident?
Well, if it's...
as in the case of a Dr. Manhattan, for instance, who then pretty much becomes a god in Watchmen.
Oh yeah, being Dr. Manhattan would be awesome. I mean, he completely loses his humanity 100%, but still, he becomes a god, for fuck's sake. Can control atoms and stuff. But the Fantastic Four, they kind of got off easy, I think. Some cosmic rays that'd probably feel like your insides.
I mean, like maybe
probably
like
feel like your insides
mutating,
are
right?
cooking for a little bit, but once you get over that, I don't know. I think I'd go Joker. I'd still want to be Joker just for his attitude.
Just swim around in a vat of some random chemicals and then
Just a chemical burn, yeah.
come out looking fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'd go through that.
I can appreciate that.
And then I'd just live the rest of my, the short amount of time left in my life just causing chaos in Gotham.
Yeah, like I said, I would definitely go with Logan. You already have the healing ability. You take a little bit of some pain getting the adamantium, put it against all your skeleton, right? That would hurt, but I'll deal with it.
He did not seem to enjoy it.
I'll deal with it, and then that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good to go. That'd be more X-Force style Logan though, where you just fucking murder people.
Well, what would your ideal power be then, if you could throw out superhero notions and just be like, what power do you want?
I guess healing ability, because then you can pretty much do whatever you want, because whatever, take some damage and you're going to come back. I don't mind waking up in the morgue a couple times. Like a cop's like, crap, we shot him. But that's the problem, too, is in my case, I'd want to be like Wolverine or even more so someone on the superhero side, but I'd always be a super villain. How about you? I feel like if you got that, I'd be Magneto over Professor X, you know what I mean?
I'd be, to use a Dungeons and Dragons term, I would be chaotic neutral, would be the correct term. Basically, like Han Solo with an attitude. I'm out for me. I'll help the good guy. I'll help the bad guy. But really, I'd probably just be selfish, to be completely honest. I would, but I'm not inherently evil. I don't know. Yeah, I'd come somewhere in the middle.
I just feel like it would be too luring. You know what I mean? It's almost like when you see, even in the comics and even in the movies, when Magneto's kind of recruiting people that were also with Xavier, stuff like that. It just seems like, how could you kind of turn him down? You either help people get fucking hated on, and no one likes you anyways, but you're trying to do your best and people want you dead, or you go be the bad guy and at least you get stuff. Which, I mean, I guess in X-Men, they never really do, take much, it seems like.
No, Magneto seems to be more out for the cause as well, but...
Yeah, but more so that mutants can rule. If I was a mutant, I'd rather rule than be oppressed.
Oh, I agree, which is, one of the great mysteries of the X-Men franchise is mutants could, whether they're evil or good, could easily usurp Earth from humans.
Well, yeah, because they are better than humans, clearly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They
have crazy-ass abilities.
Yeah, they could turn us into the new horse, right? Or the new, mule. We could be the, they could replace us at the top of the food chain. But, I don't know, I guess in X-Men, they're just enough of them with good souls that doesn't happen.
Well, not to mention, then the Scarlet Witch wiped them all out, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, and they're oppressed as fuck in the X-Men franchise. They are hated on. But
at least you get to grow up in a fancy school.
Yeah.
Well, not if you're Logan, but if you're, just one of them random kid X-Men.
Yeah, well, hopefully, Professor X finds you in good time before you set your mom on fire or something with your powers.
Yeah, that's the problem, too, is if you're a lot of them, I guess, when you come into your own and discover your powers, it's probably a little shocking.
You'd think there'd be more just, disasters in the X-Men world as well. Just kid gets bullied at school out of nowhere, his eyes shoot lasers, cuts 6 kids in half.
Yeah, kid steals his glasses, gets blasted in the face.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, well, when I get asked what my ideal power is, I always ask, does Jedi count as one power? Can I just be a Jedi?
Actually, yeah, that's pretty sick. I never thought that through.
Because I would just be that. That would be my superpower. Because Jedis have a nice mix of, a little bit of spidey sense, a little bit of telekinesis, a little bit of, super.
Well, I'll accept that over saying Superman. Because Superman is not a superpower. Superman has several superpowers. It's a little bit fucking ridiculous when you think about it.
He has.
The worst part about Superman
he has
is
all
that not only
superpowers
does he have powers,
and one disadvantage.
Well, no, it's not even that big of a disadvantage. Every time someone pulls it out, it seems like, oh shit, he's down for a page or two, and then it's like, oh crap, something miraculous happens, and it's 2 feet away from him now. He's good to go.
Mm-hmm. And where does all
Metallo shot him with a fucking kryptonite bullet?
Where does all Superman's villains keep getting all this kryptonite? Isn't it from Isn't it from a planet that is no more? Wouldn't it be hard to?
Well, no, it seems like now apparently Metropolis has a surplus store for kryptonite. So just in case, I don't know.
Run by Lex Luthor, of course.
Yeah, surplus store for fucking meteor rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if you need kryptonite, you can get it.
Apparently, it seems to be rather accessible. Yeah. Everybody seems to be able to get their hands on it as far as villains go.
It's far too accessible. That's why, I don't know, Lex Luthor is just gonna hopefully kill him in Superman versus Batman.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's gonna be. I don't know. That movie's gonna be terrible.
Yes, I know.
Well, at least in my opinion, it's gonna be terrible.
We could have. We could now go into our 2 minutes of hating Zack Snyder portion of the show, if you'd like to do that segment.
Well, it's not necessarily that I hate Zack Snyder as a person. I just don't think he's really done anything that deserves any fucking notability whatsoever.
What about Sucker Punch? Had girls in short skirts and ninja robots.
That was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Ninja robots, man. I'm just saying. No, I completely agree with you. Sucker Punch was disgusting. It was awful.
The only good thing he's done is the Dawn of the Dead remake. He did that with some decency. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like even then the little slow-mo bits, but aside from that, it was a well-done film. And then you go to 300,
I'm partial to 300. I like 300.
And arguably, I will say that initially I did think it was okay, and then after, kind of rewatching it after the second time, I had seen it and just kind of thought, I don't know, it seems...
ridiculous?
Yeah, it's like just a little bit, I don't know. Too much. It's just a little too much. And then ever since then, I just feel like he's done nothing that's been good at all. Like Man of Steel was one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen. Is there actually a story to it? I'm completely baffled by the fact that anybody would think it was a good movie.
Superman goes through his whole life thinking
in flashbacks.
Yes, in many flashbacks. Saving people. Gets told he shouldn't save people by his dad. Doesn't save his dad. Then has to save the people of Metropolis by punching Zod through buildings, killing hundreds
and then
hundreds
murdering
of people.
Zod, which is the one thing he would never do.
Yes, and then murdering Zod. Motherfucker got thrown through buildings, but he can...
Yeah, that was terrible.
Well, that concludes our 2 minutes of hating Zack Snyder for today. Tune in next week where we hate Zack Snyder. Actually, I do like his visual style. He cannot fucking nail down a proper story or structure or, I don't know. He's all visual. He needs to direct porn or commercials. That's where he belongs. One of those.
I like that. Could you imagine a Zack Snyder porn?
Oh, I know. They would be gorgeous. The lighting would be amazing.
Chick gets smashed through a table and all of a sudden the stick just slow-mo starts penetrating her. Just fucking going.
That's what I mean. The lighting would be immaculate. There'd be slow motion. 300,
that'd be insane.
300 frames a second. There you go, Zack Snyder.
All sorts of crazy shit going on in the background. Fucking.
He has beautifully rendered CGI landscapes in
the one thing that'd be disgusting about that is for a fact he'd be doing slow motion cum shots.
Oh well, yeah, of course. I mean, the most third acts of his movie are slow motion cum shots, anyways.
Yeah, I just don't understand how people can think that something that is... I understand the visual appeal of it, but as far as film goes, I didn't know that film was only a visual medium.
It's not. Don't let people get that twisted. It's not just a visual medium.
That's where it seems he has the biggest forte, is just straight into that.
Yeah.
Whereas he seems to, like you said, completely neglect story and the continuity. And especially if you're going to do something like Superman, keep to the character, man.
It's one of the easiest fucking characters in the world. He's Superman. He's Superman. Everyone already knows his backstory.
Like, I understand if you don't want to commit a Bryan Singer and, you know, do another Superman Returns type of movie, which I personally thought was better than Man of Steel. Neither one is good.
I wouldn't go that far.
Don't get me wrong. Both of them suck, but I still think Superman Returns has a way better storyline than fucking Man of Steel. Maybe cut out the part about the kid, because that made no sense.
They're both... Oh, yeah, when he pitches a piano across the room, it's like, whose kid could this be? Are you fucking kidding me, Lois? Yeah.
It's Juggernauts. Came over from Marvel.
Yeah.
Turns out she's a comic slut in both realms.
Fucking Superman. I don't know. Film is not just a visual medium. Visuals are important. So is the sound. So is the acting. So is the story. So is the structure. So is the fucking opening credits. So is everything. It's a collage. It's a...
Like, obviously, fucking... It's not like I'm making anything fucking fantastic, but at the same time, I can judge whatever the fuck I want. It's my opinion.
That's right. It's... we live in a free country with, unlimited access to the internet. So we're gonna exercise our opinions.
Yeah, not only does Zack Snyder seem to neglect these things, but it seems like he just throws it in your face, because if you watch the progression of his career, it just goes worse and worse and worse as far as stories go.
Yeah, for the most part. I don't know. I don't see good...
Like, I'd say Sucker Punch and Man of Steel have about the same amount of story.
Oh, nah. Yeah, you're
they're just
right.
Fucking all over the place. It's just fucking things breaking.
I've played video games on my iPhone that have more story than Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
I've fucking read a better story on the box, like on the back of a box of Fruit Loops. Like, Sucker Punch sucks. It is so visually cool, but I would rather play PlayStation 3, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna have, it's basically the wet dream of a 15-year-old. It's just like girls with ninja swords in short skirts with robots and Nazis and all kinds of bullshit. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb.
Yep.
And that's why they've never... That's the first and only time they've given Zack Snyder an original property. Fun fact.
Well, that's why I don't understand how the hell he got Superman.
Because he's done...
Man of Steel was fantastic.
Yeah, he's done all established...
So they're gonna give him a Batman versus Superman? That's awful.
Yeah, he's done all established, franchises or movies before. Sucker Punch is the only one that was original.
What about 300?
Well, I mean, original being, like, completely original. Sucker Punch was, like, an original script, I think. I just mean 300 was based off a novel. Watchmen based off a novel. Dawn of the Dead based off another movie.
I can't believe how bad he did Watchmen. Like, that to me, especially after you see that.
If you read Watchmen, it's impossible to film.
It is.
Really is.
I'm pretty sure Alan Moore's even been quoted as saying that he was never intended to ever be interpreted in any way but a comic book. Or, sorry, graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, he just did it with such injustice that I don't understand how he got it handed another DC property. That made no sense to me in the first place. And then now they're giving him Batman versus Superman, which I don't know.
What they need to give him? Porn and car commercials. That's where
car commercials would be cool. Just ship fucking crashing everywhere, the cars dodging in and out and shit.
Mm-hmm. That's where Michael Bay literally got a start from car commercials. That's why he got selected for Transformers. Straight up.
Well, if he wants to do slow-mo shots and shit, he should just do sports montage videos.
Mm-hmm. Zack Snyder should come on over to YouTube, Zack. Try your hand at this. You'll probably do very well. But
I was just kidding about that. That would be terrible.
But stop fucking with my franchises.
I just don't understand it. But yeah, that's well over 2 minutes. We should probably...
Well, that concludes the 15 minutes of Zack Snyder hate. Would you like a Would You Rather?
Yeah, let's go with the Would You Rather. It's time for Would You Rather.
Yeah. Oh, here's one that's oddly in line with what we're talking about. Would you rather fly like Superman or travel like Spider-Man? So flying or swinging, I guess, is what they're asking.
I'm going to go with flying because you can't swing over the ocean.
That's a very valid point, but I would have to go travel like Spider-Man. Just because it looks like the ups and downs and the weightlessness he gets, that would just be more exciting, I think. because he can still he's still affected by gravity, you know. And hello. Sorry about that. More technical difficulties. Thank you, Canadian internet service providers. Let's hit it with another Would You Rather, shall we?
Yes, indeed.
Would you rather have... that's a dumb one. Ooh. Would you rather be thrown into a snake pit or a spider pit?
Snake pit or a spider pit, eh?
Are the snakes... Will the snakes bite me is the real question.
Are the snakes poisonous?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Then...
Let's say both. Snakes. Let's say both isn't poisonous, but they might bite you. But they might bite you anyways.
I'll go with spiders.
Oh no, I'd go with snakes. Fuck spiders. I do not want to be covered with spiders. That'd be awful.
I don't want to be covered with snakes. That'd be awful.
I mind snakes less.
Either way, that's you're getting through a pretty shitty time.
That's a shitty day right there.
It doesn't seem like you're gonna have a fucking walk in the park.
All right. Want to do another one?
Yeah, sure.
One more. That's a dumb one. These are really dumb, actually. Oh, here we go. Would you rather be disemboweled by a Japanese sushi chef and served on a platter to Justin Bieber, or run through a pride of starving lions wearing Lady Gaga's meat dress? Holy shit, that's a good one.
That is interesting. I think I'd have to go through the pride of lions, though.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with wearing a dress full of meat, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be somehow less humiliating than being disemboweled.
Exactly.
Disemboweled and served as sushi to Justin Bieber, because that's...
Yeah.
You know, there's many things I don't want for myself in my life, and that is absolutely one of them.
Yeah, it seems like that could probably be about the lowest point you could possibly get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How does one get to the point of being disemboweled by a sushi chef?
I'm not sure. And why is Justin Bieber at that sushi place at that particular day? I don't know. And wouldn't Lady Gaga's meat dress have gone bad by now?
I would assume so. There you go.
All these questions and more answered never on the internet.
They'll just think I'm rotten meat running through them.
All right, one more before we talk about something else. Would you rather be attractive but get punched in the face every morning, or be ugly and not punched in the face every morning? Well, I'm assuming that means I get no black eyes from being punched in the face because I'm still attractive, right? So, but it's still getting clocked in the face every morning.
I'm just going to go ahead and keep it real. I'm going to go ahead and be ugly but not get punched in the face every morning.
Yeah, man. Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely I would. Well, that was an easy one. Well, what do you want to discuss next? We have been watching the Star Wars Clone Wars TV show. You ever seen
Great TV show, yes. I've seen the animated series.
Yes, that's the what station originally aired that? Was it Fox, or where did that show come from?
I think it was on Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, yeah. It's weird how it's legitimately better than the first movies. Like, that's so
first
weird.
3, yeah.
I mean, it's still super cheesy, but like, I'm actually like, I think 8 episodes into it now. It's
just awesome. To clarify, we mean first 3 is in episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith. Those movies are terrible.
Or Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, sorry. Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, yes. This show is way cooler than the movies because they can focus on any character they want and go anywhere in the galaxy. And
they somehow still have a better ability to develop a proper story.
Yeah. And the voice actors are better than the friggin' actors in the movies. Oh, sorry, Ewan McGregor, but you fucked up. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it, even though it's got a pretty thick layer of cheese, especially that announcer at the beginning is just like, what will the Republic do? General Grievous has stolen the plans and made for a distant moon. Like, that's a little bit over the top, but I'm just like, I don't know. The little kid side of me comes out. It's just like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna go get Grievous? I hope so. Find out on the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that is a little cheesy. So is some of the stuff, obviously, in the stories and everything too. But like the one little froggy-looking dude that like lives in the one robot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know his name.
I don't either.
I don't know his name, but yeah, that guy bugs the shit out of me.
Yep. Well, I thought the fucking not Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader's like apprentice, that little girl. I thought she was annoying at first, but she's kind of grown on me. I don't know why. I'm just like, oh great, more kids in Star Wars. Why do they insist on putting children in movies like this? But yeah, it's not bad. I recommend checking it out. Fuck George Lucas. Fuck him.
Well, he still made that too, didn't he?
He produced it, and his name is always the first name that comes up on the credits, just like produced by George Lucas.
No, he hasn't rated or anything though.
No, I'd bet my bottom dollar he doesn't have a thing to do with it.
Okay, good.
Because the best thing to happen to Star Wars is him selling Star Wars. I've said it before.
I would
I'll
agree.
say it again. The best thing about Star Wars is what other people have done with it. Like, he came up with an idea. It was okay, but then other people made it better because that's how art works. And then George Lucas is like, no, I want to make it better. It's mine. It's mine to make better. And then he just shit on my childhood. So it was awkward.
It's very unfortunate.
I don't want to talk about it. New topic?
Sure, new topic.
Sure. You can wipe your memory of one TV show in order to watch it again for the first time. What show do you choose? I'm assuming it means the first watch through of a show. Like, what would you want to relive? What was the best?
In my opinion, I'd probably have to go with either The Shield or maybe Breaking Bad.
I was gonna say Breaking Bad too, but yeah, probably Breaking Bad. If Game of Thrones was like a couple seasons more into it, I'd say that because.
Well, if you want to go for long seasons, just say Law and Order. Have fun.
Yeah, no. Law and Order is not fun. That's the problem with Law and Order. Yeah, Breaking Bad I think is just about, like, it's one of the funnest rides in television history, I think. I'd have to concur with you.
Like I said, The Shield as well, because The Shield to me is one of probably the best cop shows ever made.
Oh, here's a question that goes along with our superhero topic. What's a shitty superpower you would never want?
Shitty superpower I would never want?
Example, Aquaman's power.
Yeah.
Aquaman can do some cool shit. Everyone rips on him, but yeah.
But you could also live in the sea, I guess.
Under the sea.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. Bang mermaids, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that would be pretty crappy. I think the Blob.
There's a shitty
His power would suck too. You're just a big fat fuck that can take an absorbent amount of damage.
I think anyone that couldn't die at a certain point would be awful. But it would be really awesome.
Logan, it'd be awesome.
It'd be really awesome up until the point that, you see everyone.
The Blob would just suck because you're gigantic. Like, you're just this big fat fuck.
Yeah.
And all it is that you can take like a copious amounts of bullets and assaults, and you never get fucking hurt by it, really.
Yeah, he's Snorlax, like the Pokemon. He's just fucking big and stupid and takes up space. Yeah, I don't think I can think of a better one than the Blob. That's fucking just the worst. Or
go ahead.
I was gonna say Green Lantern's powers are awesome, but isn't he like susceptible to the color yellow?
Yes, he is.
That's a shitty weakness to have.
That's a new thing though. It used to be wood. Yes.
Yeah, I remember the joke in The Big Bang Theory. It's like, so a number 2 pencil could take him out.
Yep.
Yep, because it's wood and yellow. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's rather unfortunate.
But his powers are super cool. It's just those are some really shitty weaknesses.
Technically, all his power is his willpower. He has a ring that allows him to do things. If you take his ring away, he has nothing.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. If you take his ring away, he does have nothing. Yeah, Green Lantern. That's still.
Well, I guess he's a pilot, so that's still pretty cool.
I guess.
Well, he's like a jet pilot, so you know what I mean. That'd be pretty fun.
Jet pilot, kids. Fucking cool.
We're trying to look at the glasses half full here.
Oh yeah, if you're looking at
Hal Jordan's ordinary life does seem like it would still be at least a little slightly appealing.
it, yeah, Hal
He's
Jordan's
banging
regular
chicks on the regular and
flying fucking jets and
flying
shit.
jets.
Yeah, Hal Jordan's life does seem a little bit more interesting than mine, but then again, I'm not weak to pencils, so I can actually break them in half relatively easily. It's great.
I don't know. I think anybody, the people that really have it the worst as far as powers would probably, like I said, be Blob, and then I don't really know who else. Maybe Blade, because I guess you have to live your life with the insatiable craving for blood.
Yeah, that would suck.
You know what I mean?
Having to kill people when you really don't even want to kill
exactly.
people. Yeah. Having to...
It's not his fault. He just happens to be half vampire.
Any sort of superpower that's like a need, like it's an addiction that has to be fed, that would be rough. Like that.
That's what I feel like. Same with if you have, for instance, like, or if you're mutated, like someone like Green Goblin, for instance, in
and where he'll die if
where he goes insane. Like technically, it's just.
And won't he pretty much die if he goes out of the suit? Like the suit's keeping him alive.
No, that's Iron Man.
Well, I know it was Iron Man.
Early Iron Man's is like, or at least in some of the Iron Mans, it was where the suit's, that little thing's his heart, remember, even in the movies?
Oh, yeah, I knew that, but I thought Green Goblin was a similar story with that exo suit thing he has. But I may be wrong.
Yeah, he'll be Norman Osborn or whatever, and then he like wears the exoskeleton, and he's like batshit crazy.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Like, he's actually worse than the Joker, easily.
That's what I've heard, yeah. What he does to Gwen Stacy in the comics, right?
Well, that too, but like even just the type of havoc he wreaks when he comes to places, you know what I mean? Like, Joker will have an elaborate plan set up that's usually, in the comics at least, meant to either trap or kill the Batman. And the Green Goblin, on the other hand, when he's coming in to ambush whoever or is doing whatever, he's just fucking throwing bombs everywhere, fucking going nuts, just laughing his ass off. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the Joker on an even more escalated scale.
The Joker with a hoverboard. Oh, no.
Yeah, if the Joker had shit tons of money, which he probably should have by now. But yeah.
He doesn't even want money, though.
Best thing that you could ever talk about in comic universes, though, is the prison systems. And,
I demand a reform for Arkham's prisons. That is a revolving door policy, and it is not working for us.
Yeah, same as silence.
Joker comes in here so goddamn often. I've
always just found that hilarious. Like, how can you not just come up with? You have to come up with something different. Like, just if you can't kill them, figure something out, because that's just ridiculous.
Seal them.
We're just gonna put them back in the exact same place they just broke out of. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few times in probably both different universes, Marvel and DC, where superheroes or whatever have dropped them off, and the guards have taken them to themselves and been like, "Oh, here's your old cell, just the way you left it." Something stupid like that. There's probably been countless times where that's happened. It's like, wait a minute, you're gonna put him right where he just was and broke out of?
Yeah. You think? Here's a question.
I wish they would also just give you a death tally, like how many people each villain has killed.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
I wish they would release those numbers, like release statistics like that. That'd be pretty hilarious.
That would be cool. I mean, there's estimations on like some of the wiki sites, like the DC Wikiverse or whatever it's called. Okay. Here's a question though. Do you think Arkham should put in, federal punishment? Do you think they should be executing these fucking villains? Would that solve their problems?
I think it might. I think if Batman would cross the line and stop being a pussy, that would also
Batman
help.
Doesn't even need to do it. He can hand them over to Arkham. They can be processed by the law, justice and freedom and shit.
That's a good point.
And if they're murderers, fucking murder them back.
Yeah, I guess that would work, yeah.
It's like, oh, Joker, clearly a psychopath. We got him here in handcuffs. It's like, Scott Evil from fucking Austin Powers. Like, why don't you just shoot him when you have the chance? I have a gun in my room right now. I'll go get it, and we'll just do it together. Just boom, right in the head.
Obviously, you can't do that in order to prolong the character. I understand that, but it's just funny. Yeah. It's just laughable at times how many times they do it or what the ways are. So, how did you not see this coming? I feel like it'd be better if, so the Joker's broken out or whatever a million times. So, now in the Batman comics, it'd be good if they started having where there's like 20 guards around him. You know what I mean? Pretty much at all times, and somehow he still breaks out. Mm-hmm. That would be more fun to me.
Seal him in concrete, freeze him in carbonite. Fucking
give him the good old Han Solo treatment.
Banish him to what's the where they banish Zod in the old Superman?
What
do they call that dimension? The Phantom? Shit. Is it Phantom?
Yeah, Phantom Zone.
Yeah, banish him to the Phantom Zone. You need to do something. You need permanent solutions to these problems, Arkham. You're fucking up in a big way, and you're wasting taxpayers' money.
Yeah, and especially considering Superman's in DC and knows all these guys, you'd think he'd fucking throw Batman a bone every once and then and be like, are you sure I can fucking, throw him in one of these weird little cube things? Mm-hmm. Well, he won't be causing any trouble.
You'd think, Superman would be more help to Batman, especially if he can be in DC in a matter of seconds, right? You're just like, I'm Batman, I'm pretty cool and all, I'm super smart, I'm fucking cooler than you, Superman.
Like kind of Gotham.
But, sometimes...
Well, they're both DC characters, so I mean...
Sometimes Batman needs a hand, and Superman can get that shit done lickety-split most of the time.
Yeah, you'd think they'd have fucking... They would use that more conveniently. Because it's funny, too, because every time you see Batman and Superman team up or whatever... It's still almost as though they're not as good as they are alone. It's kind of funny.
I've always preferred individual stories to...
I'm talking like the cartoon movies that they put out. I think,
that's what I mean.
They're pretty well made. That's one thing I thought DC's always done pretty well is their animated
their shows, yeah.
Like, and Young Justice was good.
I've heard great things about Young Justice.
Young Justice and Young Justice Invasion, which is on now.
Mm-hmm. Even Teen Titans is pretty good. I mean, it's super little kitty, but...
Yeah. Well, have you seen Marvel's, I think it's Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think it's
I'm surprised since Marvel's,
Then they got Hulk, Agents of Smash, which is also terrible.
Agents of Smash.
Yeah.
Good title, bro. Oh, that's weak.
Yeah, it's like Hulk, Red Hulk, She-Hulk, A-Bomb, I think. I can't remember who else is in there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound all that interesting, to be honest.
No, it's pretty bad. I watched a couple episodes and I was like, this is just terrible.
You'd think with the influx
it's
of Marvel...
It's the same as the Ultimate Spider-Man. He'll be sitting there and he'll be like if Spider-Man's in the episode, for instance, everybody gives Puny Parker a hard time, but he's actually a really good guy. It's like, oh, okay, so now Hulk's, 100% capable of full speech. And for some reason leads this team. It's really bad.
Yeah, I'm surprised Marvel hasn't...
They're trying to make him into more of a cuddly character.
If you want to make that for kids, that's fine. But where is Marvel's good television show? I mean, I don't know how much of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. you watched, but I watched 3 episodes maybe, and I'm like, just another TV show, kind of.
Yeah, I watched maybe 6 or 7 and lost interest.
Mm-hmm. I mean... I think Marvel needs a badass show. It's not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., unfortunately.
Well, the Avengers cartoon that came out not too long ago, it actually isn't too bad. It's better
they need a Clone Wars. That's what they need. Something like the Clone Wars. Just 6, 7.
Well, have you seen the new Batman cartoon? It's absolutely horrible.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it just looks awful.
Was it Batman Forever? That's like the not Forever. Batman.
Which?
Like the classic 90s, late 90s Batman cartoon.
There's the Adventures of Batman, the New Adventures of Batman and Robin.
I can't remember which one. I don't know. It's the only one I watched.
Yeah, they started in 92 or 94 or something.
Yeah, it's the only one I watched every episode of.
Yeah.
Yeah. New topic? Would you like a Would You Rather?
Yeah, let's go back to Would You Rather.
Sure. Okay. Would you rather only be able to laugh at violently racist jokes or only be able to laugh at intricate Star Trek jokes?
That's a hilarious one. I like that one.
Wow, that's cool.
I think I would prefer...
You could only laugh at these 2 topics. Oh no.
Which means...
That's the only laughter you get is violently racist or intricate Star Trek.
So with a straight face, I think I'll have to say intricate Star Trek jokes.
I'd have to go with that too.
Mostly because if you are only laughing at violently racist jokes, you have a far harder far higher chance of putting yourself in dangerous position, pretty much constantly.
Yeah, well, it's I don't know what some people think, but violent racists are usually looked down upon compared to Trekkies. One is a little bit worse than the other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there might be more this might be sad to say, but there'd be more violently racist jokes dropped, so you'd get more opportunity to laugh. However, that's sad and fucked up because it's violently racist jokes.
Yeah, I guess if you just want to laugh all the time, then you can be a racist asshole. Good choice, Dick.
Yeah, no, that's not an option.
Look at you.
I have to go with Star Trek. Yeah, no, I'm not racist. I would happily go with Star Trek.
I'm just saying you'd have to be like widely, openly racist as well.
Violent. That's where the word violently.
Violently racist. Yeah, you're just constantly walking around telling racist jokes.
Adding the word.
You're gonna have a hard time getting anywhere.
Yeah. It's like there's a big difference between, my grandpa's a little old-fashioned, a little bit racist. My grandpa's a little old-fashioned, he's violently racist.
I still remember one time I was almost flabbergasted when my buddy's grandmother, we were watching basketball playoffs when I was younger for the NBA, and his grandma says to him, I think she was already like 80-something at this point, she turns in and she says, sure are a lot of colored folks in this game. I was just like,
yeah, and you can tell she said it in a way this like grandma speak. That's just nothing was wrong with what she just said.
I was just like, did she say that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit.
There's a lot of colored folk around here. It's like, oh no, I won't tell the one from earlier that my mom's boyfriend's father said about Asians in NASCAR. But there's a difference between violently racist and a little bit racist. But anyways, let's hit us with a much less intense would you rather. Skittles or M&M's?
Skittles. Hands down. That was easy. There's not even a need for explanation.
Nope. Let's move on. Would you rather be required to perform 2 years of mandatory military service when you turn 18 or have a draft enforced during wartime? Yeah, mandatory 2 years or just at the drop of a hat they can draft you.
It sounds weird, but I'd actually rather at the drop of the hat. Like, I'd rather draft.
Yeah?
Yeah, because for instance, I'd rather get drafted now, say, like, let's say something happened. I'd rather get drafted now than when I was 18. So,
yeah, no kidding.
But you know what I mean? Then have to go to the Army for 2 years when I was 18.
I was an idiot when I was 18.
It would have probably better prepared me for life.
That's what I was just getting at. The 2 years mandatory service, I think that could do a lot of good.
That could do a lot of good. I will
for like us as a people,
Well, then let's just be unanimous. Let's both go with that one then, because we'll try and benefit society with our choices here.
Provided they stick to their word, and after my 2 years of service, when I turn 18, I come out a fucking burly 21-year-old, and I'm just allowed to be done.
You mean 20?
20, sorry, yeah. Math is good. Would you like?
That's okay. We'll do math in the Army together. I'm not good at it either.
How many bullets does it take to take down an insurgent? That's the only math I need to know. I'm just kidding. Another topic, eh? Ooh, what is your favorite insult from a movie ever?
Ooh, that is a tough question. Can my favorite insult not be directly related as an insult? Sure. It was actually meant as, say, not even a compliment, but more of a manner of addressing.
Sure.
Hey, you with the legs.
Nice.
That's probably the best.
Yeah,
hey, you with the legs.
That's one of my favorites. That's some good old-fashioned sexism right there. You there with the legs and the boobs. Get over here, toots. That's a good one. I'm trying to think of other great movie insults. As shitty of a shitty's the wrong word. As goofy of a movie as They Live is, the the good old this one she ain't bad. This one real fucking ugly. That one's great.
I'll give you that.
That one always gets me.
Not to mention the Half-Baked when fucking what's his name? The guy who's Cuban. I'm Cuban, B.
Oh yeah.
Scarface? Yeah, Scarface. When he fucking quits from his job. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, I'm out.
Yep.
That's always been a good one.
It's a good one.
Ooh, fucking. Speaking of violently racist speech, Clint Eastwood's rant about the Asians in Gran Torino. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, along those same lines of
That is
violently
cool.
racist.
That's pretty insulting.
I definitely, yeah.
Or Keanu Reeves and what the hell is that movie called? It's the one with the Street Kings. There we go.
Yeah, that one's. I was gonna
When he's
say,
doing the deal with the Japanese or whatever they end up saying there. I think they said the Korean.
yeah, I think it's Korean. I was gonna say the Ed Norton American History X dinner table speech.
Ooh,
It's like,
nice.
see this,
Nice.
not fucking welcome. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
Um,
that was probably one of the best. I'm trying to think what other insults or direct. We got insults and direct threats like that. We'll keep it in that realm.
I like
Oh.
some of the ones from Snatch. I like, like,
Not really good. Not really an insult, but more of a "go fuck yourself" sort of line is what in The Fugitive when Bill Goodman's saying, "I didn't do it." He's like, "I don't care." Fucking. That's pretty much all Tommy Lee Jones. Like, I really don't give a shit what you did,
yeah, I like
did
that
or
one
did not
too.
do. I'm taking you in, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones is actually like probably the most badass person ever in that movie.
I miss badass Tommy Lee Jones, and I mean I still like washcloth face Tommy Lee Jones, but I miss badass Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shed a tear. What one was I gonna say from Snatch? Oh yeah, he's the getaway driver. What the fuck can he get away from? That's always a
He
classic.
can move if you have to.
Yeah, all the ones actually about
Yeah,
Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyrone, you silly fat bastard.
Yeah.
That one's classic.
Oh, and Bricktop when when the guy says to him, asks him about, I think it's the bet because he says, "Oh, thanks for the advice, Bricktop," and then he says, "If I throw a dog a bone," he says, "I don't expect him to tell me how it tastes." He says, "You stop me whilst I'm walking again, I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off." And slices his
Yeah.
balls there.
Yeah.
That's good. I love
That
that.
one's great. I love Bricktop, man. He's such a.
If I throw a dog a bone, I don't expect him to tell me how it tastes.
Oh yeah, fucking. I love some of
I love
Bricktop's
that.
speeches. Yeah.
But the big speech is legendary.
Oh yeah. Do you know what nemesis means?
Oh, that's great too. Yeah.
A righteous infliction of retribution manifested by an appropriate agent, personified, in this case, by a horrible cunt. Me.
Fucking love that. Yeah, there you go. That's a great insult too, and he's insulting technically himself.
Well, he knows
So
he's
he's
a
a horrible
he's
cunt.
a horrible cunt. I think we're forgetting a classic one. One of the best. I think one of the best ever. Frankly, my dear, I don't
Yeah.
give a damn.
Actually, I knew right where you were going right before you even said that.
Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
one.
funny.
That one just makes me so happy because she's all damsel in distress. Oh no.
Yeah.
And he's just like, really, girl? Like, did you not do
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, sorry, but you're on your own. So that one's always a classic. There's gotta be, what's a Joe Pesci one? There's gotta be a Pesci one we're missing here. He's got, there's Late to Your Own Funeral.
Wake up, fucko, your head's in a vice.
Yeah.
Wake up, fucko, your head's in a vice.
Make me pop your fucking eyeball.
Whatever he says there, I'm pretty sure he says fucko. I can't remember what he says.
Yeah.
But
I love De Niro.
I just love that fucking shot where it's just straight over his head, the fucking vice. Oh, that's awesome.
You made me pop your eyeball out of your head for that piece of shit. I also love De
Great
Niro
scene.
in Goodfellas. De Niro's "A fuck a matter with you" when the guy pulls up with the fancy car after the Lufthansa heist. It's so simple, but just the way he says it. "A fuck a matter with you. A fuck a matter with you." It's like, not what is the fuck a matter with you. A fuck a matter with you.
Actually, a lot of the insults Joe Pesci says in that movie are fucking priceless.
Yeah, like funny like a clown. That's always a classic.
Well, the thing's a spider. No, fucking, of course, spider's insult that gets him killed.
Oh, what about Boondock Saints when they're ripping on Rocco for
Oh, yeah,
for
there
the
you go,
for
yeah.
the 6 shooter? It's like, what were you gonna do with the other 2 guys? Laugh them to death, funny man. That's a classic.
Same with, speaking of guns, Snatch with the gun that was bought off of Boris the Blade.
Whoops. Heavy
The
is
boar's the
good,
board.
heavy is reliable. If it doesn't work, you can always hit
him with it.
Yes.
What are you trying to say? I can't shoot. He's like, or you think I can't shoot? He's like, no, I don't think you can shoot. I know you can't shoot. And I'm saying that piece of shit in your trousers would do more damage if you hit him with it. Or if you threw it at him. I love that. Fucking, that's amazing. Then he tries to hit the window, and of course it doesn't work.
No, it does not. Click, click.
He loves that dog. He loves that dog.
Why don't you go get him? Oh, that was a good one. One more round.
Actually, speaking of which, sorry, just to top it off with Snatch, the point with the Jason Statham and the police in general when they come up and he says, what's that? He says, it's a car. What's in it? 4 seats and a steering wheel.
Is that a tea cozy on his head?
And fucking the cops pull over the black guys at the end. It's just, what do you got a dead man with missing an arm in your boot? In the boot car.
Those are some great movies.
Such a good movie. Yeah. Guy Ritchie is the greatest British filmmaker I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, he's wonderful. I wish he would make fucking good films again. And I don't even mind the Sherlock.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock ain't
Those
bad.
are good.
I just don't ever want a. What was the one with Madonna?
Yeah.
I don't know. He divorced Madonna. He's over that. If you're still watching and this far into the Underachievers podcast, leave us a comment. What's your favorite insult from a movie ever? Just get aggressive with it. I want to hear the worst ones we didn't come up with. You want to do one more round of Would You Rathers and wrap it up, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead.
All right. Okay, here's a quick one. Would you rather burp confetti or fart glitter?
I'd fart glitter because it's hilarious.
I was going to say that for no other reason than...
Actually, the shitty thing is, though, unless you're bare-ass, you're just going to walk around with tons of glitter.
Glitter just falling out the bottom of your pants.
Yeah,
but imagine, like, once you discover this power, imagine...
That would make strip clubs a lot more interesting, though.
Mm-hmm. It would make, sexual encounters more interesting. When
you would no longer just think it's not a big deal if there's glitter all over your shirt.
Yeah. When your friends pass out at parties, you can just fart glitter all into their face. It'd be great. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a second the glitter. All right. That one's kind of lame. Also kind of lame.
Lame sauce.
Here's a dark one. Would you have rather kill 3 of your neighbor's pets or 1 of your own? That's a no-brainer.
The 3 of my neighbor's pets.
I'd kill all my neighbor's pets. I'd kill their house plants. I'd even...
I'd probably just kill her.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd push their children over. If it was between,
throw their children in the pool.
Yeah, exactly. If it was between them
and put the cover back on the pool.
If it was between them and my dog, you don't want to go down that road. You don't want to go down that rad. All right, next.
Yeah, don't touch my Reginald. He's my little buddy. My cat. Yep, I love my cat. I'll fuck people too.
Here's a pain / torture.
Gypsy cat likes to pull fucking guard.
Gypsy cat. Here's a brutal one for you. Would you rather pull all of your toenails out or all of your hair out? If you're forced to, gun to your head, gotta pull each one out.
I got a lot of hair that's not on my head, so does that?
Let's say just the top.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I got a little tiny.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm already going bald, so I think I'll be good. I can just I'll see if Father Time can just
you have an advantage.
Take care of that for me.
You have an advantage there. For me to get this shit ripped out all at once,
that would suck.
It would just my scalp would come with it. It would be horrifying. It would be.
It'd be scalped. You'd just be scalped pretty much. Like.
But then again, I just plain
1800s.
I couldn't pull a toenail. I don't think, unless it's already smat. Like I've had to do it when you stub your toe and it falls off. I had to do that before, which sucks enough. But to just pull out a healthy toenail, oh my god, that's awful. I'd still go with the hair. I think I'd pull out all my hair.
Yeah, I'd still definitely go with hair over toenails. I feel like that would just hurt way more.
Would you rather be blind or dumb?
Well, I'm already dumb, so
Come on.
I guess I should probably see how at least blind is, because then at least I could be. You know what I mean? That'd be like saying, Well, think about it. Stephen Hawking, he's crippled, or is it a disease?
Yeah, I think it's a disease.
He's got that little chair there, but he's done quite well for himself. So yeah, I'd rather be blind than dumb.
I love looking at stuff so much,
What
though.
would be interesting though is when the blind lead the dumb.
Yeah, there you go. So I think I'd have to go with dumb and still see, because then I could enjoy like fireworks and reality TV and just watch like car crash videos on YouTube and still be entertained. Um, I'd be a worse person, but I'd still be happy because I'm dumb, and dumb people seem to be happy. So, yeah.
Well, if you're the last man on Earth, where would you go?
If I was the last man on it, okay, this will be our final question for today, because this we might get into this. All right, are we talking like I Am Legend, last man on Earth? Like it's just everyone else is just gone and it's just
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And everyone just disappears. There's no like dead bodies everywhere.
Nope.
Okay. Just And I'm at the age I am now. We'll see. Sure.
Sure.
Um. I don't know about first stop, but I think I'd make my way to Area 51. I think I'd try and get in there, see what's going on. Maybe see if I can wrangle my way into one of them secret bunkers. I want to see what's down there. Another one that comes to mind is the White House. I just want to go, or the Pentagon, just break in there and just wander around, check it out. This is assuming I have like I Am Legend style, just access to whatever I want.
Yeah, you can just take anything. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, I think
Seems most likely.
Yeah, I think I'd like to just explore stuff like that, like where humans aren't allowed to be. I would want to just go check that out.
Yeah.
As that's for pure curiosity's sake. If we're talking,
Makes sense.
If we're talking a survival situation, then it would be something a little different. I don't know what you were thinking, but where would you go? What would you do?
I think first off, I'd be making a stop at the local Hummer dealership and get myself a nice big Hummer so I can fit lots of supplies in it. Then I'd take a trip.
So if you're doing the survival scenario, yes.
I'm just saying. So then I'd take a trip down to the old Costco. See what I can get my hands on. That's, not bad. Not to mention I'd take some generators, perhaps. Then I'd probably do, like you said, go to the White House, and I'd probably just hold up in there.
Well, your two options would be go exploring or just create the base of all bases, right?
Yeah, I'd create the base of all bases.
I think as fun as that would be, I think eventually madness would get the best of you being in the same spot. But I think like having a goal, like a quest for knowledge, would keep you going. Maybe
I feel I would be already pretty prone to the madness. I'd be like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't see. Imagine not seeing a human being for even a month. Like imagine just never seeing a human being solid.
I'd just be sitting in the fucking Oval Office talking to my Secretary of Defense, who's a ghost.
Yep. Talking to mannequins, Will Smith style. I think to get some anger out, I would think like going to museums and just like pushing T-Rex bones over shit like that.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. I've always wanted to tip over a grocery store shelf and like see if it does like a domino.
Actually, does the domino effect?
Yeah, I want to test that.
That'd be interesting to find out. I would do that. I would do that in libraries too.
Because that's something I've always been curious about, and obviously you can't test it without causing massive damage.
Yeah, I'd be going through I'd be looking for like bunkers and all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah. I'd be hoping I find some like American survivalist's house that stocked full of goodies.
Hi, neighbor.
You'd probably want to arm yourself, because if it's just humans that are gone, there's definitely still animals out there, and they can turn feral real quick.
So we're talking. Actually, yeah. How about that instead? It's Fallout. It's Fallout, like nuclear winter style.
So it's Okay. So you're saying we're like Fallout style, being like you just came out of the vault. What do you do?
Yeah. We'll say that. Yeah, there's a big nuclear war. Fucking, you're down there for years or whatever. You're the fourth generation to be born in the vault. We'll go with that.
And you just step foot outside.
You just step foot outside.
I'd arm myself, or I'd want to arm myself, even if it was just like a sharp stick or something.
Yeah.
I'd probably be blind for a little while, adjusting to the sun. I'd want to like just ease my way into that. And if it's like, if we're talking Fallout, I would probably, make my way to Megaton, I would think. Try and figure out what the hell is going on in this world. see if I can perhaps trade a favor for a weapon. That'd be my number one concern, is arming myself.
Yeah, I think so too. Number one would be arming yourself. Second would be finding food and shelter.
Mm-hmm. Which
for me, it's in that order because I like to eat.
Yes, of course. Food is more important than shelter, arguably. Yeah, I think I'd head to Megaton, see if there's anyone I could help out in exchange for food, / rob in exchange for food, depending on which kind of Fallout character you want to be. Yeah, I think it would be the essentials first, and then I'm a very, very curious fellow. I would want to just explore, maybe see if I could find one of them two-headed cow things and just ride that around, maybe. I like the idea.
I would just chill. That's why I wouldn't go to Megaton. I would get the fuck out of there real quick. I'd be like, what are you guys doing? There's a fucking bomb in the middle of your goddamn city.
Oh yeah,
Are you serious?
I'd rather hold down at Tenpenny Tower. But yeah, to be the last one, I think it would just be like, I enjoy learning stuff in my own way. So if I was the last person around, I would just, like, that's how I would do my best to keep sane. I would just read all the books, watch all the movies, listen to all the music, because why not? I got time. Like, if that was an option, I mean, if I had, like, there was a Blockbuster, one of them relics called Blockbuster around the corner, and I could just play every movie, I would literally do the Will Smith thing and just, like, everything that starts with A ever made, watch it all. Everything start with B ever made, watch it all. Yeah,
I would do that as well.
I'd do that for as long as I can, and if I don't find anybody,
If it was like a wasteland when there's nobody, then that'd be even better. But if it's all the stores, everything's intact, but everybody on the planet is just gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the I Am Legend scenario, I like to call it.
Well, no, we'll go because then there's still those weird creatures. We'll go like Rapture style. Everybody's gone.
Yeah, like some thing just came down and removed everyone. But
yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I think I'd be
do whatever you want when you want. Let's say we could somehow figure out.
Here's the thing.
Figure out how to put on a power grid.
Yeah, exactly. I would find a castle, reinforce that shit, put all my supplies in it, and no one said I can't, try and domesticate some pets. I just become a crazy cat lady and get like 13 cats to keep me company.
Like, come in here, zombie. We're gonna be good of friends, and then do Walking Dead style, cut their arms on jaw off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. There's something oddly appealing about the idea of being the last person ever. I don't know. Not appealing, but like, I think I would have some fun for at least that first couple months.
Me too. I'd go to the water parks. Be like, oh, sweet.
I'd go to water parks.
Using parks, I'd turn the shit back on.
Yep. Ride the Ferris wheel by yourself, just like shooting guns off the top. You can do it.
The only shitty thing is, how do you turn it off? Or how do you get out?
You don't. Who gives a fuck? Just walk away. You're the last person.
Just gotta jump out real quick.
Yeah, when it goes around to the bottom, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. There's something oddly appealing about the apocalypse scenario, and it's becoming more and more popular, I think. I mean, it's been around for ages, right? I mean, the Bible, right?
Yeah.
But I saw a picture of just like, in the 1980s, this is what they thought the future would look like, and it showed Back to the Future, and then it's like in the late 2000s what they think the future is going to look like, and it's just like wrecked cities, like wasteland apocalypse. And there's like, people are becoming less and less optimistic of the Jetson style future, and the Fallout / apocalypse future is seeming more and more likely.
Well, it makes sense. You got all your natural disasters. Do you really think?
Do you think the human race is gonna make it another 1,000,000 years, even 1,000 years? Say 1,000. Is it gonna make it to the year 3000? It's like, I don't know.
Everybody said it wasn't gonna make it to the year 2000, so and that it was gonna do whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Like all the internet or the Y2K was gonna stop every computer and shut everybody down.
Yep, and it happened again in 2012, and it'll happen again.
The world was supposed to just end.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because Mayans predicted it, but yet they didn't predict the fucking Spanish coming. But anyways, is there anything else you want to chit-chat about, or shall we wrap up this here rando podcast?
Now we can go ahead and wrap up the inaugural episode.
All right. One last would you rather. Would you rather have no eyebrows or a unibrow?
No eyebrows.
Yeah. I'd have to go with no eyebrows as well. People with no eyebrows look really fucking weird, though.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yes, so this has been the Underachievers Podcast. Let us know what you think of it. We're kind of throwing around ideas and formats and what we're going to do. We're definitely going to bring on more people in the future, friends, associates, fellow video makers, anybody who is, an underachiever in their own right and would make for good conversation. As always, leave us a comment, tell us what you want us to talk about, and we shall do that. No question is off limits unless you are violently racist about it. My
Don't
channel,
call me white. Don't call me white.
I was singing that the other day at work. Yes, my channel, the Habitual Pixel, youtube.com/Habitual Pixel. Subscribe for more podcast and fun stuff. Big Nasty's channel, youtube.com/Big Nasty Films. Check him out. A lot of content from him also coming your way. Also going to try and get on SoundCloud in the near future, and we're trying and distribute that way. So just a whole lot of stuff coming from us, and it's going to be good. So click the things and like the stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Good night. Good luck.